So what is dash canceling? Well, if you played the tutorial, you might think it's something like this. Or you might get an idea that it's something like this. Well, I can confirm that dash canceling is neither of those two things, on a technicality level. What Sephiroth did was exclusive to him, a just dash cancel, which is extremely powerful, but it's exclusive to Sephiroth for a good reason. I'm not going to go over it in this video. We're just going over the normal dash cancel for everybody in this video instead, the generic one. What Noctis did was technically correct, but he was positioned so poorly that it really had no effect on what he did. Let me explain that a little bit better right here. Dash canceling lets you cancel those last frames of end lag on any of your attacks that you fully land, any of those melee combos. When you do a successful dash cancel, your character will start doing a dash. Most of you probably know this, even if you haven't looked really far into learning the mechanics of this game. So you might be wondering, why are you bringing this up in the video? I already know this. Well, dash canceling is essentially the most important part of punishing another player. When a player does an attack and leaves himself vulnerable and then you actually land the attack, you need to do a dash cancel to get out of there safely 90% of the time. Sometimes you can guard an incoming attack that'll come up to hit you because you punished the enemy's team, and therefore another enemy teammate will come and hit you in the back as you try to hit the first guy. So dash canceling gets you out of there and hopefully can give you an extra frame or two to either guard or dodge or simply dash away before they can punish you. This will become more clear as you reach higher ranks, as people get better and better at covering their teammates' asses when they make a mistake. However, at some of those lower ranks, it might not be as obvious. It can kind of allow you to continue a train of punishing players, because by the time one player comes to hit you, you're already gone and moving around to try to hit them back, because you saw them coming, because you dashed out of the way and had time to lock onto them and see what was happening around you. It makes you much less vulnerable, where a character is in the middle of flashing a giant sign that says, "Hey, come hit me in the face! I'm doing a combo on your friend's butt!" While you sit there and do nothing. Hit me! Hit me! This can help you catch a lot of players, especially marksmen, off guard and then get them into a wall rush them, and possibly HP attack them. Speaking of wall rushes, by using dash canceling, you can do what I just mentioned. HP attack them after hitting them into a wall. You can see the example of a failure here, where you don't dash cancel correctly, and therefore end up not hitting them at all with your HP attack. And here's what happens when you succeed. This technique goes under a few names. Bravery to HP attack, true combo. If you do this properly, you land an HP attack with no way for them to fight back or dodge out of the way in time. The reason why I'm mentioning that is because I see a lot of players, especially newer players, take advantage of that moment to land two bravery attacks instead of doing an HP attack after the first bravery attack that lands and they dash cancel it. The problem with that is that building up more bravery makes you more vulnerable to death. We'll go over that more in depth in another episode, but did you notice what I did in the background footage there? Took advantage of a wall rush, landed an HP attack and got broken, which is a dangerous move and I probably shouldn't have done that. However, the circumstances show that I would have gotten two people in a single HP attack, therefore giving my team the bigger advantage over the enemy team, even if I were to get broken. Thankfully then the friendly Bart's went and hit Ace in the face that lowers bravery a bit, but either way, it's risks like that you have to take to keep the match going. A lot of players like to build up to killing Brave and then land a kill, which is a bad idea because it takes longer than landing a single HP attack and hitting people with your HP attacks, and it makes you more vulnerable to death like I said earlier. Trying to play this perfect game like Duodecim and NT will just make both teams lose. You both can't be perfect. There has to be mistakes and the ability to take over those mistakes to win. Dash canceling is part of that. It gives you the ability to punish somebody and quickly get out of the way, along with being able to actually get those punishes off. That might sound a bit harsh and bad, but that's how literally every single fighting game is when you break it down to the core. Dissidia NT is no different. It just comes from a game where you can be perfect and win every single match, so people are more likely to compare it to that. Or at least compare it to the old game where you could be perfect and never get hit by anything, just from pressing one button over and over. Dash canceling is part of the big pie of getting a victory, rather than a defeat on your screen. That really just does about it for dash canceling. It's a much more simpler thing to talk about than dashing in general. So let's go over some final little tips before we conclude everything. Ace can't dash cancel, including his dash attack. People think you can dash cancel because it has like a wall rush property and it's considered a melee attack, apparently. Either way, it's not dash cancelable. Marksmen in general cannot dash cancel at all. You can't dash cancel unless you land the full combo. This means even if you hit something by accident that you weren't actually targeting, you still won't be able to dash cancel at all. You can still hit people against the wall twice, I'm not stopping you. I'm just saying, you should probably only do it when they have exceedingly high bravery to take away from them fast. There's still a lot of HP attacks you can do against a wall after a wall rush that are true even if you don't do a dash, but you should still do the dash anyway to practice it, and of course just to make sure it's true, even if you know it's going to be true, even if you don't do a dash at all. It's probably faster anyway. Finally, this is a little obvious, but it's worth saying anyway because it has in the title of the technique. Dash cancels can be done without any dash gauge at all. You need a little bit of dash to do it. It's pretty easy to forget this in the air, but make sure to drop down to the ground for at least like half a second, or even like half of a second, to pick up at least a little bit of dash so you can do a dash cancel when you're near a wall, so you can get that wall rush HP combo, and of course, hopefully secure a kill, or at least keep the match going, lowering their health bar down. Alrighty, that's about every single thing that's not totally obvious about dash canceling. I'm Blue the Hedgehog, and I'm here to talk about this game at any time. If you need any help, leave a comment below and I'll talk to you about it. I'm always here to help try to help the game get better, help try to help the community get better. So if you have any questions, put them in the comments below, and I'll respond, tell you how to do this, or why this isn't correct, and all that stuff. So I'll see you guys next time. I'm Blue the Hedgehog. Stay safe from your mom, and ta-ta for now. Bye.